Hey guys, welcome back to Homemade Homestead. We are so excited to show you some of the progress in our backyard. Come see what we've been doing. If any of you were here for the last video we did like this in our backyard, you may remember me mentioning that we were going to have a guy come in and grade our property and also lower a spot for water flow so that we could have water to drain off of our property rather than collecting in our backyard. Well, he came and did some of his job. He's going to be back and do more. I'm walking down. We're walking down where he's dug. You can see this trench is going all down here where it was just sort of, well, it looked like part of the yard before. Dug all along here, and he had some help. Got out of his backhoe once he was done digging the trench and was down on the ground level working with his shovels, just smoothing this area so it was less of a drop off and more just like a rounded, smooth, low spot. The hope is once we plant grass right here, hopefully it won't be very noticeable at all or too hazardous for the kiddos. Nothing to fall into, but more just an area to direct the water on out and into the back of that field area. He's going to be back a little bit later and help us spread out some of that manure pile that you remember seeing from last time. Help do some grading along our backyard. But for right now, this is a big step in the process. Now that he's got this trench dug, we can move on to another step in the process that we can be part of, that we can do ourselves. And that's planting grass. Our kiddos are taking full advantage of this trench while they can before we plant grass in it.
Yeah, I'm running!
The oldest had his bike riding down along here earlier. You like playing in the dirt? Yeah. And of course Rachel's out here doing everything that she possibly can, exhausting herself in the process. How are you feeling? Are you exhausted?
No, I actually feel good. I got a good night's rest last night.
Hey yo, turn up the water. We don't have grass planted there yet. Can you turn it off, please? Yeah, you do. Just turn it the other way. Other way. Other way. There we go.
I can't do that!
You did good. You're alright. You're alright. Don't play with that anymore, right?
I won't.
Thank you. And he's off again. Another one of the big things that he did, besides digging that trench, was right here all along the side of the house. He laid a load of road base, just piled it up sort of along the house, then gave a nice slope to it, all the way back to right around here, right off our window well, before it really sank down right as it got to that window well. The water flow, the few rainfalls that we had, was just enough to continually flow toward that area. It dug that area out, and that became a low spot where the water would sort of sit there and pool at least long enough to sit near that window where there was a weak spot and opening in the house. So we tried to get rid of that. We put that road base in there, which was supposed to shed the water a lot better, especially once we compacted it a little bit. And he also made a much steeper drop off, so as the water continues to flow on down here, it's just gonna go right past that window well and flow on down out there. We're fine with it all being down there.
How's that flow, honey? Should I go up more?
Yeah, you're looking good. You're looking good.
Like that?
Yeah.
How far does it spread?
Thing underneath spins. Yeah, yeah. And the faster you go, the faster it spins.
Let's do it 0.
Go ahead. Oh. All right, put it up to that, maybe that white mark, or maybe just halfway up to it. Well, it's tough to know because we want to be able to have a good enough flow that it plants something, but yeah, that'll be good. That'll be all right.
Okay.
So now we're trying to plant up on top here because we don't want that accumulated dirt to just sit here like that, do we? Want it all to try to blend.
My hand is like almost mama's size now. That was my print. And now it's...
Which one was yours?
This one.
Wow.
Now it's this far out.
Holy cow.
It's this far out on my middle finger.
You've grown a little bit.
So like double it. It looks like my high five.
It's your like high five.
You're like, just like this tall.
So let me tell you a little bit about the grass right quickly. The kind we got was Kentucky bluegrass, not entirely grass seed, had some rye seed in it. He was explaining it's really good for clay soil. It sounded perfect for our kind of soil because our soil has a little bit of clay in it. And he said what that is supposed to do is the rye seed grows up, and that's supposed to break up that more clay-ish type soil and give place for the actual grass seed to grow, and eventually that rye will die right off. Now all we need to do, get it covered with some ground cover and sort of bury it so it's not just getting spread everywhere and it stays where we want it to be. Oh, this area's a little bit wet from when you get, probably from when you guys were making those big puddles.
Yeah.
I was wondering if this area feels nice and moist still. It's coming along slowly but surely. Looks like the neighbor is burning some stuff. Starting to get a little bit smoky. So we're gonna keep just plugging away at this stuff and try to get as much of it done. I'd like to be able to get the whole thing planted in grass before we lose all of our good daylight, but we'll see how that goes. All right, so it took some time, but I think we finally got it done to where we wanted it done. My oldest was really helpful once Rachel had to go in and take care of the littles. He was really good to help switch off with her. They went back and forth between, you know, our oldest being inside with his siblings, and then he would come out when Rachel needed a break. And we finally got it all done, and it looks like just in the nick of time we may actually get some rainfall. That'd be so awesome. We would just so greatly appreciate the moisture. It has been a ridiculously dry year, and those clouds can go ahead and dump on us. We tried putting some water on the grass with a couple different sprinklers. There was one that we called a cannon. I'm not sure what the technical name is for it. It sits up on a tripod and it goes all the way around in a circle. You know, you guys might know the ones I'm talking about. That one seemed to work the best. Other sprinklers that we tried kind of just left puddles and yeah, and you know, which washes the grass seed into a certain spot and it settles. I wasn't too happy about that. Rachel was saying though that that's how she remembers it going when we very first planted grass out in our front, and the front lawn turned out okay, so I'm hoping that it won't be such a big deal. We got her all done though. Let me go show you how it looks. As you can see, a little bit of that water that I was talking about pooling, it didn't all soak in nicely. Some of our ground is a little bit more clay, but that's sort of where it pools, sort of runs down or whatever, but it's actually not as bad as I was thinking it might be. You know, just now that it's all soaked in and we can see the damage, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. I'd be really grateful for some rainfall. It's just that natural rain. I feel like there's nothing that can quite replicate natural rainfall. That's not going to wash anything away. At least not the kind of rain that it's looking like it might be right here. I'm really excited to see. I can envision the grass growing, just becoming a nice sort of a rolling hill that the kiddos can play in when the grass comes in. Aside from that, I think we're officially to a place where we feel comfortable stopping. The guy with the backhoe that dug that trench for us, he got a hold of Rachel and was saying that he was wanting to come back either early this afternoon or tomorrow and finish up. He said he might bring in some of his topsoil and lay the load here, and then I think he said he was going to come back tomorrow and try to shape it all and grade it all. But we're to a stopping place as far as that ditch, berm area, planting grass, right where we needed to be, and it'd be awesome to get this rainfall. We got it done in an okay, timely fashion, and now we can go inside and get cleaned up. It's been exciting to see this thing take shape, and we have so enjoyed bringing you guys along with us. If you guys like what you're seeing, if you guys are enjoying these videos, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. We really appreciate that. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and leave a comment down in the comment section below. We still just so love getting to talk with you guys, bring you guys along for all the different things that we do here on the homestead. But that'll do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you again real soon in the next video. Take it easy. We actually made a really significant dent in this manure pile. A lot of it was taken up in that grass planting process. That's awesome.